warm welcome to all of you to the 4th edition of Odisha Travel Bazaar, organized by the Tourism Department, Govt of Odisha in association with FICCI. On behalf of the entire travel and tour fraternity of Odisha, the sellers in this bazaar, I would particularly like to welcome all our wonderful guests, our buyers, the domestic tour operators who are here with us, and because of whom Odisha Travel Bazaar, which has been organized, by the way, after a gap of 3 years, is already a grand success. So thank you for your presence. Of course, our foreign tour operators will be joining us tomorrow as well. So to all our travel and tour fraternity friends from across India who already have been having B2B meetings with our counterparts from Odisha, I have something to say to all of you, and trust me when I say this, that when it's finally time to say goodbye to Odisha, you all would vouch for a quote by this very famous author. Her name is Alexandra Starrod, and she says, when you leave a beautiful place, you carry it wherever you go. And I'm sure when you're leaving Odisha, you're going to carry Odisha in your heart forever and ever. And I'm not saying this because I belong to this beautiful state. I say this because this state, which is also called India's best kept secret, has everything that tourists want. You want forests? We have verdant forests with exotic wildlife. You love beaches? We have plenty, including world's most unusual beach at Chandipur. You are a patron of art and culture? Well, we are home to magnificent architecture. We offer exquisite handicraft and handloom, classical and indigenous dance forms, music, and yes, not to forget, soulful, mouth-watering Odisha cuisine as well. The perfect blend of tradition and modernity. Odisha today is also marching ahead in experiential tourism, be it ecotourism, river tourism, or caravan tourism. So we have something for everyone, even sports lovers. Sports tourism, in fact, as a concept, has been pioneered from Odisha, and the state is now currently hosting the FIH Pro League, and we are geared up for the Odisha Senior Men's World Cup, Hockey World Cup 2023, and that gives you a reason to come back to our state to turf in the evenings and surf in the mornings. Of course, you will always get a very warm hospitality from the people of Odisha, because that is what we are known for. So we are very sure that the 4th edition of Odisha Travel Bazaar 2022 is just the beginning for a very steady but solid relationship between the buyers and sellers of Odisha Travel Bazaar. In fact, I would like to inform all of you that OTB 2022, and I need to hear a big round of applause for this, has already been trending on Twitter. And let's keep the momentum going. Please use, let's hear it for that. You guys have made it trending. So please use the hashtag Odisha Travel Bazaar 2022 and post as much as interesting content that you can during the next few days. So this is something that I wanted all of you to request even today when the inaugural ceremony happens. After that, we have a wonderful cultural treat for all of you as well. So you can feel free to take as many pictures as you can, selfies in the venue, from the venue, with your friends, with your counterparts from Odisha, and post as much as you can on social media as well. So thank you once again for your patience, for waiting, and we would be starting in the next couple of minutes. We are expecting the Honorable Minister Tourism, Shri Ashwini Kumar Patra. He'll be joining us very shortly, along with all our other esteemed dignitaries. And I would take this opportunity to welcome the Director Tourism, Govt of Odisha. He is already here with us, Shri Sachin Ramchandra Jadhav. So a warm welcome to you, sir, from all of us. I would also like to welcome Shri Lenin Mahanti and Shri J.K. Mahanti, who are sitting right in front as well. A very warm Chairman OTDC, and as well as CMD Swasti. A very warm welcome to all of you as well, and to all the other guests of the dais. So while we wait for the formal ceremony to begin, we have some wonderful videos that you can take a look at. So let's play the video, and that will explain That's self-explanatory, so I don't have to say much after that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Odisha, Honorable Minister for Odia Language, Literature and Culture, Excise and Tourism, Government of Odisha, Shri Ashwini Kumar Patra has just joined us. I extend a very, very warm welcome to him to the inaugural ceremony of Odisha Travel Bazaar 2022. So with a round of applause from all of you, please welcome Honorable Minister for Odia Language, Literature and Culture, Excise and Tourism, Government of Odisha, Shri Ashwini Kumar Patra, Principal Secretary, Department of Tourism, Government of Odisha, Shri Surendra Kumar, Director, Department of Tourism, Government of Odisha, Shri Sachin Ramchandra Jadhav, Chairman, Odisha Tourism Development Corporation, Shri Lenin Mahathi, Shri A.N.S. Laguri, Additional Secretary, Department of Tourism, Government of Odisha, Co-Chairman, FICCI Travel, Tourism and Hospitality Committee, Chairman, FICCI Domestic Tourism Committee and CMD Swasthi Hotel, Shri J.K. Mahanti, and Deputy Secretary General, FICCI, Shri Manav Majumdar. A big round of applause for all our esteemed dignitaries on dais. And yes, as is the customary practice, I'll request all our esteemed dignitaries to light the ceremonial lamp for an auspicious beginning to Odisha Travel Bazaar 2022. Auspicious beginning to Odisha Travel Bazaar 2022. And yes, as is also the customary practice, we would now like to welcome all our esteemed guests on dais with bouquets and uttariya. So I'll request the Deputy Secretary General FICCI, Shri Manav Majumdar, to do the honors and welcome all the other esteemed dignitaries on dais. A joint collaboration of Odisha government and FICCI. First to our Honorable Minister, Shri Ashwini Kumar Patra. To Principal Secretary, I'll request him to present a bouquet and a uttariya to the Principal Secretary, Department of Tourism, Government of Odisha, Shri Surendra Kumar. To the Director, Department of Tourism, Govt of Odisha, Shri Sachin Ramchandra Jadhav. Chairman OTDC, Shri Lenin Mohanty. Additional Secretary, Department of Tourism, Govt of Odisha, Shri A.N.S. Laguri. To their very own co-chairman, FICCI Travel, Tourism and Hospitality Committee, Chairman FICCI Domestic Tourism Committee and CMD Swasti Hotels, Shri J.K. Mohanty. I would thank you so much, Manavji. Could I now request the Additional Secretary, Department of Tourism, Govt of Odisha, Shri A.N.S. Laguri, to also welcome Shri Manav Majumdar, Deputy General Secretary, FICCI. Thank you so much. Well, may I now request Shri Manav Majumdar, Deputy Secretary General FICCI, who has been on the forefront to work towards the revival of tourism in post-COVID times from FICCI and among many other states, has been actively also working in collaboration with Odisha Tourism to deliver the welcome address.
Good evening, Namaskar. Honorable Minister Sri Ashwini Kumar Patraji, Principal Secretary Tourism Sri Surendra Kumar, Sri Lenin Mohanty, Chairman OTDC, other dignitaries on and off the dais, senior officials from various departments of the government, delegates, esteemed buyers and sellers, representatives from the industry, tourism fraternity, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. I am delighted to extend a warm welcome to you all this evening to the Odisha Travel Bazaar 2022. First and foremost, we are most grateful to Honorable Chief Minister Sri Naveen Patnaik ji for kindly sending a video message towards inauguration of this important event. We understand due to some last minute and unavoidable official commitment, Honorable Chief Minister has not been able to join us, but he has kindly sent one video message that will be played little later. Of course, we at FICCI, we recognize, we appreciate that under the most dynamic leadership of the Honorable Chief Minister, the state has been making remarkable progress in a number of critical sectors and areas. We are most thankful to the Government of Odisha and of course Honorable Minister Sri Ashwini Kumar Patra for kindly giving FICCI this opportunity to organize the Odisha Travel Bazaar 2022. We are most thankful for this opportunity, sirs. I take this opportunity to extend a special welcome to the Honorable Minister. He has kindly spared time from his busy schedule, even in the morning, for inaugurating in the other venue and he is here. So we are most grateful for your kind presence, Honorable Minister. Principal Secretary Tourism, Sri Surendra Kumarji, he has been a source of continuous guidance, encouragement to us, to the team. So we appreciate his critical role, and a warm welcome to you, sir. We welcome Sri Lenin Mohanty for your gracious presence. I'm sure the tourism fraternity will feel quite encouraged. Additional Secretary, Mr. Laguri, Director Sri Sachin Ramchandra Yadav, Mr. J.K. Mohanty. Kindly allow me to say that we are part of the family and we have been working closely as a well-knit team. So, of course, you don't extend a formal welcome to the family, but still I recognize your important contribution, your role towards making and organizing this Odisha Travel Bazaar. I will not take any further time. I know we are here to hear other dignitaries. I would like to say that all the delegates, buyers, sellers, I would like to request all of them to seize the opportunity to explore all the scope, all the opportunities for tourism and allied areas in the state and beyond. With these words, I would like to welcome you all once again. Thank you. Jai Hind. Namaskar.
Thank you so much, sir, for setting the tone for the evening ahead as well. Ladies and gentlemen, we have with us Sri Sachin Ramchandra Jadhav, Director, Department of Tourism, Government of Odisha. A 2007 batch IAS officer, he is someone who has been working passionately to carry forward the new and innovative visions and goals set up for the development of tourism in Odisha with an unmatched dedication. And I will now request him for his address and presentation.
Thank you, Diksha ji. Honorable Minister, sir, Tourism, Odia Language, Literature and Culture and Excise, respected, esteemed Principal Secretary, Department of Tourism, Government of Odisha, Honorable Chairperson, Odisha Tourism Development Corporation, Shri Lenin Mohanty ji, esteemed Co-Chairman, FICCI Travel, Tourism and Hospitality Committee, Shri J.K. Mohanty ji, Deputy Secretary General, FICCI, Shri Manav Muzumdar ji, my colleagues on and off the dais, Team FICCI, media fraternity, and most of all, the most important participants of today, the sailors, the tour operators and hospitality sector fraternity of Odisha, and domestic tour operators participating from 26 cities across the country. A very warm welcome to all of you. I do not know whether the point I am going to make is a happy point or a sad point. Today morning, one friend asked me while opening this stalls at Swasti Premium that tourists coming to Bhubaneswar and Puri, they are not getting any rooms. What is your comment on this? So not getting room is definitely not a good news. But that rooms are overflowing, hotels are overflowing with tourists is definitely, can't say it's a bad news, it's a good news. So it is difficult to decide. On the same note, I would like to say that Honorable Chief Minister Sir and esteemed Chief Secretary Sir, they were slated to be attending this ceremony today. They are unable to attend today because of clash of events. So whether it is happy news or sad news. Sad that they are not with us right now in person. They could have been. Good because they are engaged otherwise in activities which are actually contributing and actually tourist related activities. Hockey Prologue is happening. Honorable Chief Minister is attending that event. And ambassadors of ASEAN countries, they are here in Bhubaneswar and Chief Secretary is attending to them. In a way, whatever is happening right now in Odisha, no other phrase than revenge tourism can describe it. So revenge tourism is not just limited to the tourists traveling to this state or across the globe, but also for the state. Coming 3-4 months are going to be packed months, power-packed months for this sector, for this tourism, hospitality, tour, travel. Whatever loss or whatever damage this COVID-19 pandemic has made to our sector, in coming 3-4 months, Odisha tourism and Odisha state is slated to counter that very strongly. Recently, FIFA Women's World Cup has concluded. This FIH Hockey World Cup is scheduled in January. Alongside a lot of events, including Bhubaneswar City Festival, Raurkela City Festival are slated. And all these things are definitely going to give boost. Numerous products are launched by our state. I will just want to give a snapshot of what Odisha tourism is to offer to the tour, travel, trade and hospitality fraternity in the country and across the country. Tomorrow, foreign travel operators, foreign tour operators communities from 7 countries, they will be joining us. So I'll just give a small snapshot. Similarly, we have also received a lot of awards and recognitions. The latest being today's news, we have received Silver Award in Scotch Governance Awards in Ecotourism category. This is today's news. Just few minutes ago we have received. And there are numerous awards. So I did not mention these things. We are one state which is offering multiple experiences, and you will experience this in B2B meetings that are slated over next 2 days. We have spiritual heritage tourism, coastal wetland tourism, ecotourism, wildlife tourism, arts, crafts, ethnic fairs, festivals, sports. If I go on only narrating these things, I will be short of words. 2 hours will be less. We have similarly planned prime tourist circuits, including Golden Triangle, Buddhist Circuit, Chilka Circuit, Ethnic Circuit, Wildlife Circuit. And again, our tagline, India's best kept secret. The tagline itself indicates that there is a lot to explore to Odisha. There is a lot more to see than meets the eyes. Our beaches are one of the finest and one of the serenest beaches in the country. India's first 8 blue flag beaches, we have the honor of having our Puri Golden Beach is one of those beaches, and we are developing several beaches along those lines. In spiritual tourism, we are developing products that translate that spiritual tourism, that pilgrimage into sound tourism products that will contribute positively to the hospitality sector, tour travel sector. Buddhist legacy, today itself we have celebrated Golden Jubilee of Dhauli Shanti Stupa, and there are several other live Buddhist monuments also in this state. Arts and crafts, Odisha's name Utkala itself is the land of artistic exchanges. 51 art forms with several GI tags. Odisha boasts of those things. Performing arts of Odisha, needless to say, Odisha is the motherland of classical dance of Odissi, followed by Mahari, Sambalpuri, Chau, Pala, Daskatia, Baganacha, Ghodanacha. I can name at least 50 various tribal and folk dance forms. Ethnic tourism, Odisha is land of tribals, 62 tribes constituting 24% of population. They reside in Odisha. Odisha is home to them. Odia cuisine is something that needs to be explored. Among our city festivals, we are going to organize food trails also in this regard. We have more than 50 community managed nature camps managed by our forest department. Apart from that, several private investors have also started investing in this. We have a series of festivals which will start from Rajarani Music Festival, culminating into Mukteshwar and Dhauli Kalinga Mahotsav. We also have Chilka Birds Festival. Our calendar is full over the next 4 months, providing a lot of opportunity to hospitality and tourism sector. We have also launched this campaign Odisha by Road to give lift to those tour operators and hospitality sector operators in interior areas of the state where people can explore those opportunities by traveling over the road. We are exploring new opportunities to launch various products like beach shacks, homestays across the state, heritage hospitality, and upgrade destinations through destination master planning. These are some of the snapshots of what we developed. These are photos of, we also have this flagship product of Eco Retreat at 7 locations. We started 4 years ago with 1 location at Konark. Having successful start, today, this year, we are entering into the 4th year of successful operations, and we are expanding to 7 locations. This itself is a huge opportunity and promotes Odisha in a very positive manner, breaking the stereotypes, creating a new narrative for the state. Yes, this is a state of multiple experiences, luxury tourism, high spending tourism. We can increase the night stays of tourists in our state. These are some snapshots of the Eco Retreat. 17 integrated master plans are on the way, including Bhitarkanika, Narsingnath, Harishankar, Puri Konark, Udaipur, Mahendragiri, Dhauli, Dhabaleshwar, Bakulban, you name it, any interior location, including the popularly known destinations like Puri, Chilka, Konark. Along with that, several other locations are on our map for these are being developed in a time horizon of 12 months to 3 years. Similarly, less known destinations, infrastructure gap assessment, we are taking up those things also. New products and initiatives. Already 1 luxury houseboat has been launched in Chilka. More are to come at Bhitarkanika and Hirakud. Cuisine promotion, eco camping, beach shacks, caravan tourism, yacht tourism. These are our products on the way. These are some snapshots of our boat clubs and promenades that are under development. And very soon, in this tourism season itself, we will be inaugurating 2 promenades and 2 boat clubs. This is one photo of Tampara lakefront. You can see how beautifully it is. It has been curated, and there is a lot of response from tourists within the state, also from the southern states. These are some photos of Tampara. A lot of water sports activities across the state. Various products are being launched, so to say, to give leadership to the tourism sector by this department. A lot of investment opportunities. Over last 4 years, 2,735 crore rupees of investments have been approved for 76 projects, generating 3,000 direct employment, multiplied by a factor of 3 to create the entire employment scenario. Brands like ITC, Vivanta, Atmosphere, Lemon Tree, Novotel, Park, Wonderla amusement parks, all are either pipeline or already established in this state. Our Odisha Tourism Portal is presenting an integrated approach of combining whatever the state has to offer, irrespective of private sector, public sector. We are one team, be it private sector, public sector. And Odisha Travel Bazaar is a live example of this partnership. This OTB is successful only because of the active participation of the stakeholders of this state and beyond. We take our efforts in promotion, and this Odisha Travel Bazaar is the most relevant example of what Odisha tourism and private sectors together they can do. I welcome all of you today, and I have heartfully thank Team FICCI for getting associated with Odisha Tourism and organizing this program very successfully in a very vibrant manner. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. I hope now you all understand why Odisha is called India's best kept secret. I would now request Shri J.K. Mahanti, Co-Chairman FICCI Travel, Tourism and Hospitality Committee, CMD Swasti Hotels, to address this gathering. A household name when it comes to Odisha tourism and hospitality. It will be a pleasure for all of you to listen to him.
Honorable Minister, Tourism, Excise, Odia Language and Literature, Shri Ashwini Patra, Shri Surendra Kumar, Principal Secretary, Tourism and GA Department, Mr. Lenin Mahanti, Chairman of the Odisha Tourism Development Corporation, Sri Sachin Yadav, Director Tourism, Mr. Manav Majumdar, Deputy Secretary General FICCI, Sri Laguri, Additional Secretary Tourism. After seeing the presentation of Director Tourism, I think you have got glimpses of what Odisha has to offer. After seeing his presentation, I have not much to say what Odisha can offer, but as a stakeholder, I would only like to mention here that the travel trade of Odisha has been cooperating with the State Tourism Department and FICCI and has been working for a long time to make this Odisha Travel Bazaar a success. And the very fact that you all are here is a proof of the success of Odisha tourism. And regarding what Odisha has to offer, I don't think I have much to say, but you know, you are all domestic tour operators, and today the domestic tourism has really taken over the country, and it's domestic tourism that has given a boost to hotels, tour operators, travel agents, and everyone. As we are all aware, domestic tourism, the domestic travel, the domestic people have a higher capacity of paying than the foreign tourists. So if we continue to promote domestic tourism, I don't think much of foreign tourism will benefit us. I was there last month in Vietnam. 80% of their tourism is domestic tourism, and all their hotels are going full. In a city like Ho Chi Minh City, only that city has 60,000 classified 5-star hotels. So domestic tourism plays a big role, and we are all very happy that you all are here. And आप लोग सारा भारत को प्रमोट कर रहे हैं. किसी स्टेट में बीच है, किसी स्टेट में बैकवाटर्स है, किसी स्टेट में डेजर्ट है, किसी भी स्टेट में there are palaces which are being promoted. But my friends, Odisha is one state in India that has everything which the rest of India offers. And our stakeholders are working with the tourism department to make Odisha a 21 nights destination. लोग अभी आते हैं तो पुरी कोणार्क घूम के चले जाते हैं. ये पुरी कोणार्क is not the only destinations that are available here. There are many beautiful places which the state tourism director showed you in his presentation. All those things are coming up. And abhi, the way the tourism department has been working, I think in next 2-3 years, we would be overtaking many leading tourism states. That's my confidence, because the stakeholders are working closely with the tourism department. We have a tourism minister who is 100% positive. We have a chief minister who is only eager that Odisha should come up in a very high, as a high-end tourist destination. He has given free hand to the minister and the tourism department to do everything that tourism department needs, and no budget is not a constant for him. So looking at all these things as a stakeholder, I would say we are very, very enthusiastic now, and only thing that because tourism was not a focus area earlier, we need at least 8,000 to 10,000 hotel rooms now urgently. And the way the state tourism department has been promoting the tourism policy, the industrial policy, and land allotment policy, these are all very encouraging. And I am sure within next 3-4 years, we will achieve the number of hotel rooms that we require, because other than Puri, Konark, Bhubaneswar, we don't have many hotel rooms in different places. But the way the tourism department is promoting, the way the tourism department is giving land allotment, patches of land in different places, I think, and the subsidies, the state government, anybody who brings in 75 paisa, state government gives 25 paisa. That's a capital investment subsidy which has attracted many people from the private sector. And subsidies are given very smoothly, without any hassle. I thank the state government for that. And apart from subsidies, the industrial policy, we get electricity tariff on electricity and all. So many things are in the pipeline. I think anybody who is also interested in investment in Odisha, I think no other state can compare itself with the investment opportunities that are there, and a government that is full of energy to boost the tourism sector. Another handicap which we have was withdrawal of the international flights when we have the COVID. And today we were having a meeting with the minister and secretary, and enough attention is being paid to get back the international flights, and state government is also considering the viability gap funding for unsold seats. I think that's a very encouraging thing, and next, I think within one or 2 months, we would be getting back our international flights. I have nothing much to say. I don't give lectures, but as a businessman, we are all thrilled and excited with the way the tourism department is pushing us to build our economy. And I'm thankful as co-chairman of FICCI Tourism National Committee. I'm thankful to the entire FICCI team here, including Mr. Manam, Mr. Manish. I think they are all here, and almost every month they are here. And after this OTB, we would be having our road shows in every state in the country with the assistance of FICCI. And in the road shows, our tourism director or secretary or minister, they also attend. And what Kerala started doing 20 years back, although we are late, but we will come up with other states. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your address. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Amit Sir Shri Lenin Mahanti, who recently took up the responsibility of Chairman OTDC, and he has already started the work to attract and help tourists have exciting experiences in Odisha, having started the Odisha Walks as well this very month. I'll request him for his address.
Namaskar. On behalf of Odisha Tourism Development Corporation, I would like to extend a warm welcome to all esteemed dignitaries who are present inside this hall. Dais re basithiba Odisar अति प्रिय मान्यवर मंत्री श्री अश्विनी कुमार पात्र महोदय, आशा करी गोटे बड़ करताली सर हम। डायस रे बसीथिबा आमर प्रिय जो शब्दटी आमे समस्ते व्यवहार करुथिले, पैशनेट बेली, वन हु वर्क्स पैशनेटली लाइक द मिनिस्टर, आमर पूज्य प्रिंसिपल सेक्रेटरी महोदय श्री सुरेंद्र कुमार महोदय, गोटे बड़ करताली सर आशा करी। डायस रे बसीथिबा एमडी ओटीडीसी श्री सचिन रामचंद्र यादव, who is both an intellectual and MD OTDC, गोटे बड़ करताली सर डायस रे बसीथिबा आमर फिक्की रो प्रतिनिधि श्री मानव मजुमदार महोदय, गोटे बड़ करताली मानव सर हॉल रे बसीथिबा फिक्की रो समस्त प्रतिनिधि गोटे बड़ करताली मु निश्चित भावे आशा करी। आम गहन रे थिबा आमको जी सदा बेले आमर परिचय को आहुरी दीपाद आगु नहीं करी जाई पारंती, आमर अति प्रिय जे निजुको कहले जे सी होचंती बिजनेसमैन, मोर किंतु लागे जे बहुत जिनस तांको सिखिबार अछि एमडी स्वस्ति ग्रुप ऑफ होटेल्स श्री जेके महांती महोदय गोटे बड़ करताली श्री जेके महांती महोदय को एवं शेष रे बसिथिबा अनेक जो ऑफिशियल जो माने निरविच्छिन्न भावे काम करूचंती आम गहन रे अछंती श्री लागुरी साहेब जे से कड़े बसिचंती गोटे बड़ करताली तांको पाई। बंधुगण, इट्स ए प्रिविलेज टू बी ए पार्ट of this esteemed gathering. It's a privilege to talk about Odisha. It's a privilege to talk about Naveen Patnaik. It is also a privilege to talk about the transformation that is happening in many fields, and one of the fields it is happening the most, it is the tourism sector. The reason being, as tour operators, the way you are passionate to carry forward across the country, here in Odisha, there is a team which is both passionate and also has a vision. Post-COVID, it is never very easy. The fact that we have assembled and we are thinking something big, it is praiseworthy. A huge round of applause for all of us who are present inside this hall. Friends, it's a privilege. This is probably my first function after taking charge of the office of Chairman OTDC. I am privileged both to the tourism team and FICCI for having organized this wonderful function. Believe me, post-COVID, everything is a challenge. And when you face the challenge, having a vision, you bring about a change. I can foresee that a change is inevitable. The way the meetings were conducted today morning in Swasti, I had the privilege of attending that meet. I was seeing everybody was engaged. I also saw the way in which my Honorable Minister, Honorable Principal Secretary, Honorable MD, and the members of FICCI team, Manav Bhai is there, and Sri J.K. Mahanti, the way they were kind of thinking to have a connectivity with Chandigarh and Jaipur, I was really flattered. I was really happy. The way they were trying to convince the team that we need a meeting at Delhi, we need to sit together, we need this connectivity. And do you know what Honorable Secretary told? That it is because there are many things in Rajasthan which Odisha might not have. There are many things in Odisha which Rajasthan might not have. Let us try something new wherein we can have a facilitation from Rajasthan to Bhubaneswar and from Bhubaneswar to Rajasthan. That is the spirit. And I believe that spirit will bring forward the change. Bandhugan, खाली एतिकी कहिबी आ अल्प रहिछि एटी प्रेस बंधु माने अछंती ओटीडीसी रे जो माने कर्मकर्ता से माने अछंती मते तो लागुछि जे कोविड परे जदि पैशनेटली काम करिबा सबु जिनिस हेई पारिबो. There are lot of transformation with the 5T in place. Lot of things are happening in Odisha. As sir told, ours is the only state where we received the highest investment even during the COVID period. We are the only state where people love to come because they have everything. As MD sir told, that we have beaches, we have scenic beaches, we have a lot of tribal backup, we have lot of mountains, we have lot of things in lot of places. The connectivity which was not there earlier, it is there in place now. The thing that we used to think that is there in other cities, it is here more in Odisha than in other states. I believe Jadi tour operators mane, all the esteemed members who are here today, I would request you, we have a lot to offer to you. We would expect the team members who are here with us today, please take a front foot step. Please take a step. Please think big. We have everything to offer to you. Odisha is a wonderful place. It is also the land of Jagannath. People come here to see Jagannath. People come here to see a lot of things. People also come nowadays to see the transformation that is happening in tourist destinations. I welcome you all again. ମୁଁ आपनको समस्तଙ୍କୁ धन्यवाद दउची विशेष करी फिक्की रो कर्मकर्ता आमर टूरिज्म डिपार्टमेंट रो कर्मकर्ता को मते आज एठी आसिकिरी कहबा पई पदे दीपद सुजोग देइथिबारु पुणी थरे धन्यवाद आपण समस्तଙ୍କୁ गोटे सुंदर मीटिंग ऑर्गेनाइज करूथिले बेली आपनको धन्यवाद. वंदे उत्कल जननी. नमस्कार. नमस्कार.
Thank you so much, Shrimanti, for those very encouraging words. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have Amit Sir Shri Surendra Kumar, Principal Secretary, Department of Tourism, Government of Odisha, one of the senior administrators of Odisha, who also holds the GA and Pension Grievances Department. It is under his leadership that tourism has been charting out new sources in post-COVID times, and that's the reason we are here all celebrating Odisha today at Odisha Travel Bazaar 2022. So I'll now request him for his address.
Honorable Minister, Odisha Language, Literature, Culture, Excise and Tourism, Government of Odisha, Shri Ashwini Kumar Patraji, my friend, very dear friend and colleague, and who's taken over as Chairman of the OTDC, Shri Lenin Mahanti ji, my colleague Sachin Ramchandra Jadhav, Director, Tourism, Deputy Secretary General, Mr. Manav Mazumdar, FICCI, Sri J.K. Mahanti, MD, Swasti Group of Hotels and Co-Chairman, FICCI Travel, Tourism and Hospitality Committee, Mr. A.N.S. Laguri on the dais, and most importantly, all the dignitaries and friends who have come from almost 26 states representing your state and who have taken the pains of coming all the way to Odisha to attend and participate in the Odisha Travel Bazaar. I extend a very, very warm welcome to all of you, though probably I am the fifth speaker in the line, but welcoming should never end because it's an opportunity for us to get across to you, to understand you, and to see what facilitation is required by the government so that this particular industry revives after the pandemic. We all know that one of the sectors which was probably one of the worst affected sectors was tourism sector. Amongst other sectors like the real estate, and there were many other sectors. But apparently tourism was one of the worst affected sectors because the livelihoods that were lost by people who were employed in the travel and tourism industry was unparalleled. And I've seen it myself. I have my own relatives who work in or who are associated with the travel industry. And I've seen them losing their jobs and trying to meet their ends, sustain their families. I must thank God that hopefully we are through with the COVID pandemic, but one has to keep the fingers crossed. The state government, as my colleague was telling, we have been taking proactive steps to bring the industry back to normal. Pre-COVID, we had international flights. The business was doing well. But as for every other city in the country, pandemic had a very negative impact on the entire business. Fortunately for us, we handled pandemic well, and mortality rate was also very low. Now coming to the present travel bazaar, my colleague has already told you about the various attractions that are available in Odisha. But I look upon this bazaar, and rightly so, if I'm wrong, please correct me, that this is a B2B and a B2G convention, which means that you are here not only for bringing business to Odisha, but also seeking business from Odisha. And I consider this my responsibility to give an opportunity to you to interact with our travel operators and ensure that we have a traffic moving out of Odisha to the rest of the country. I'm sure all of you will agree that tourism is one sector, and I personally believe in that. This is the best way to understand traditions, culture, the religious aspects, the cuisines that we offer in this country. There can be nothing better than tourism, which exposes the tourist or the traveler to all these facets when he visits or she visits a country, a state, or even another country. If you go to Kerala, probably you don't get appam here, but people relish appam or Malabari paratha with chicken curry. You go to Chennai, and you have the chicken chettinad, which is so famous, but you'll not get it in Bhubaneswar probably. So it introduces people to the various tastes that this country has to offer, the various temples, the various dance forms that this country has to offer. And therefore, this travel bazaar for me is basically an opportunity where Odisha tourism can explore the possibilities of reaching out to our tourists who can then visit various parts of our country. And how to facilitate that is our responsibility. I've always been a votary that government should not be in the business of business. We should only facilitate. Private sector is very robust now. Gone are the days when the government had to intervene into hotels also, like the ITDC and the OTDC. Today, we are taking strides for privatization of our OTDC properties. We've already done, I think, 7-8 properties we've already handed over to the private operators, and they'll do any day much, much better job than what we have been doing. So, gone are the days when the state used to run the travel industry or the tourism industry. Now, I see my role as a facilitator. I would like to see where the communication is required. If the road network is not good, I must inform the concerned department which is responsible for the development of road. If electricity is not there, that must be ensured. Get more attractive policies. As Mr. Mahanti was telling, we have a policy of giving land, probably the only state. I think Bihar also has some policy. I did a study. But Odisha is one state where you still can get land at an industrial policy resolution rate, which works out to be around 10 to 15% of the market value in the urban areas. And let me tell you, the land cost in Bhubaneswar is equal to Delhi. We have places in Bhubaneswar where you'll get an acre of land for 20 crores as the government value. Therefore, this particular aspect, and coupled with, we've now introduced the auction system whereby anybody can participate provided he or she or the group meets the technical specifications or qualifying criteria, and the person can bring in investment and develop the hotel. So that is where we want to get into. We've also started, my colleague told Mr. Sachin Jadhav must have told you, he made a presentation about the eco-retreats. Now this is something which is a new and a niche product started by my predecessor, therefore he is due for all the credit that this eco-retreat has brought. And I'm told that we've got a silver award in by the Scotch group. This is something which has to be seen and experienced to believe. Having dinner on the seaside or in the mountains, having a fire next to you, and enjoying some good non-vegetarian cuisine and staying in tents, glamping, with 3-star facilities. And let me tell you, the quality of tents that we saw, and we've also had some experience with other places, without naming them, we are working regularly to further upgrade it and ensure that when the tourists come, they leave with an experience of wow and saying that we are going to come back again. When we started, we used to have the carpets. We went for wooden flooring. We have restrooms, which can be compared with any star facilities. And these are all temporary structures without disturbing the ecology, giving the guests the experience which is one of a lifetime. Anybody who's come and stayed at Bhitarkanika or Konark has commented that this is probably the first time he is getting such kind of experience. We have Mangal Jodi, which I think we'll organize for 3 or 4 days, where the bird watchers from all across the country come and camp there without disturbing the ecology there. They spend their time, and we have one Mr. Khemka. We have just printed a coffee table book, and the photographs are just outstanding. We have crocodiles. We have olive ridley turtles. It is something that if the tourists come, it is once in a lifetime opportunity to just witness that. It's not easy to witness. There are a lot of restrictions also, because we don't want the olive ridleys to be disturbed while coming and laying the eggs. But you will be astonished to just read about it, that they travel almost 2,000 to 3,000 kilometers. And they come to this very same place where they came last year or year before last. Now that's something which is, you can only experience when you see that. This is the beauty of Odisha. We have a gorge, a natural gorge in Mahanadi. It's one of the most scenic places that you can come across. You go to Daringbadi, we have Devmali. I'm myself a driver. I love driving. I've been driving since I was 18 probably, or maybe even before that probably, though I am not supposed to. But I can tell you, 30 years ago or 28 years ago, when I joined this cadre in 1994, I came for my district training, and we were going for Odisha Darshan. The greenery that I saw, I was from Delhi. So Delhi, you have only concrete jungles. Sorry, I'm taking a bit of time. I'll just wind off. Now, when I came to Odisha, I was aghast, not even astonished, to see the beauty and the greenery of Odisha. And even today, when I drive down from here to Malkangiri or Koraput or Daringbadi, I've driven from here to Hyderabad, I've driven from here to Bihar myself. It's such a beautiful drive that you just feel like stopping your vehicle, take out your table, if you're carrying your food, just be in the jungle, have your food, and then move on. It's an experience out of the world, and we are probably the only state in the country which has increased its forest cover in the last 2 decades. Thanks to the Chief Minister, his guidance, the officers who are working in the government, that today we have the best roads. I have no inhibition in telling that. Our roads can be compared with any of the developed states in the country. Any of the developed. And I can tell you, I have driven from Bhubaneswar to Sambalpur, which is 330 kilometers, should not be done 3 hours 45 minutes flat. Now you cannot do it if you don't have good roads. And mind it was a Maruti 800. Right? So I should have been in a Formula 1, but I think I'm a wrong place. All said and done, we are a place which is happening. We have so much to offer. You just come across. Please interact, have interaction with the tour operators here. As Mr. Mahanti said, we have sea beaches, we have mountains, we have forests, unheard of and unparalleled. Welcome to Odisha. Please be a part of our journey. And I would only end by saying that I'm ready to fall if I have to succeed. And the entire department is taking that challenge to succeed. We have another 4 months very hard for us. We are organizing festivals in Rourkela, Bhubaneswar, maybe even Sambalpur and Berhampur. We have the World Cup hockey coming up. Today, as we sit and talk here, we have the Hockey Pro League being inaugurated. Honorable Chief Minister was supposed to be here, but he's gone for that inauguration. We had the ASEAN countries. Tomorrow we have the FTAs arriving. We had the ASEAN ambassadors here, and we were discussing tourism with them. So, our concerted effort has been to take the sector forward, undo the ill effects that the pandemic had on our entire industry, and I hope so that we'll be able to revive this sector sooner than later. Thank you very, very much for coming to Bhubaneswar. Welcome to Odisha. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Well, he just said welcome to Odisha, but the kind of lifetime experiences that the Secretary has spoken about, you'll all have to visit Odisha again and again with a lot of tourists. Well, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's indeed an honor and privilege that Honorable Minister for Odia Language, Literature, Culture, Excise, Tourism, Government of Odisha, Shri Ashwini Kumar Patra is here with us, a 4-time MLA and a lawyer by profession. He has been pushing forward Honorable Chief Minister's vision of making Odisha one of the most treasured tourist destinations. I take this opportunity to request him for his address.
Jai Jagannath. We are assembled here to have a good memory in Odisha Travel Bazaar. In this occasion, in my department, Sri Surendra Kumar ji, Principal Secretary of Tourism Development Department, Mr. Sachin R. Jadhav ji, Director Tourism, Mr. Lalin Mohanty, Chairman OTDC, Mr. Laguri, Additional Secretary of the Department, Sri J.K. Mohanty, Co-Chairman FICCI, Travel, Tourism and Hospitality Committee, and all of you, media friends, I welcome you all to the 4th edition of Odisha Travel Bazaar, Odisha Tourism outreach program to stakeholders of the tourism and hospitality sector through a common platform. Today, we have amongst us 100 travel and tour operators from across our nation and 7 target countries who will engage in B2B meetings with about 55 tour operators and hoteliers from Odisha. It brings me immense joy hosting you here in this mega event. Following this 2-day session, we will be taking you to explore various tourist destinations across the state Odisha for familiarization trips. Odisha's diverse geography has immense tourism potential. Keeping in line with the vision of Honorable Chief Minister Shri Naveen Patnaik, Department of Tourism has been steadily developing many tourism products to match global standards since the past few years. Time has come to steadily reveal India's best kept secret to the world. And the fraternity of tour operators and travels amongst from across the globe play a central role. I am sure your participation in this event will enable many business operators and offer a bouquet of existing tourism destinations and experiences for the travel community. At last but not the least, with this, I welcome you all to explore Odisha, India's best kept secret, and become our tourism ambassadors for the world. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir, for your inspiring words. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to unveil the Odisha Tourism Z cards. I'll request the Honorable Minister and all esteemed dignitaries on dais to do the honors. This card has been designed in collaboration with Outlook, and these are like a handy pocket guide which has all the information pertaining to various tourism circuits and Odisha tourism map. 15 such cards have been designed in total, and it will definitely come in handy for all the tourists visiting our state. And this is how it will look. So you can see the beautiful Odisha through these Z cards as well. Yes. Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, where Odisha steps today, it becomes a stepping stone of success for others tomorrow. And that happens because of the visionary leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister of Odisha, Shri Naveen Patnaik. That is the reason why Odisha has emerged as one of the fastest growing economies in India today, having clocked a growth rate of 10.1% in last fiscal. His transparent and proactive governance model has facilitated rapid development across all sectors, including tourism. I think you've already heard, unfortunately, he could not make it to the event, but we have his video message here with us, and we would like all of you to take a look at what our Honorable Chief Minister has to share with all of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am delighted to welcome the stakeholders of travel and tourism industry to the 4th edition of Odisha Travel Bazaar, a flagship event of Odisha tourism that will showcase India's best-kept secrets. Odisha has been taking focused strides to develop and introduce several niche tourism experiences. We have identified 17 priority destinations encompassing beaches, biodiversity zones, heritage monuments, and areas of religious and cultural importance for integrated master planning based development, with products which are centered on key tourism offerings to match global standards. Odisha will be able to attract not just the finest brands in business of travel and hospitality, but also tourists looking for experiences that are bespoke with a fresh perspective. Bhubaneswar today has evolved into the sports capital of India and has been hosting international marquee events since the past few years. After successful hosting the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup, Odisha has now the rare opportunity of hosting FICCI Hockey Men's World Cup for the consecutive second time. To make the sporting events truly world-class, India's biggest hockey stadium is coming up at Inaugural, which along with the Kalinga Stadium in Bhubaneswar will be hosting the matches in January 2023. We are also tirelessly working towards enriching our tourism experiences by encouraging investment and enterprises in niche segments such as houseboat tourism, glamping, water-based adventure, camping, and caravan tourism, heritage palace homestays, and many more. With so much to welcome the world, Odisha is ready to be one of the most happening places in India. We need your active contribution to market our beautiful state. With these words, I once again welcome you all to explore Odisha and become our partner. Bande Utkal Janani.
Absolutely, we need your contribution to make Odisha one of the most treasured destinations of India. Thank you to our Honorable CM Sir for those kind words. May I now request Additional Secretary, Department of Tourism, Govt of Odisha, Shri A.N.S. Laguri, to deliver the vote of thanks.
A very good evening, Honorable Minister, Odia Language, Literature and Culture, Tourism and Excise, Sri Ashwini Kumar Patra ji, Honorable Chairperson OTDC, Sri Lalin Mahanti ji, Esteemed Principal Secretary, Tourism Department, Sri Surendra Kumar ji, Esteemed Director, Tourism, Sri Sachin Ramchandra Yadav ji, respected Co-Chairman FICCI, Sri J.K. Mahanti ji, respected Deputy Secretary General FICCI, Sri Manab Majumdar ji, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and privilege now to give a vote of thanks to all those who helped make this assembly a success. First, I would thank the Tourism Department for giving me a chance to extend the vote of thanks. On behalf of the Tourism Department, I extend deep gratitude to Sri Ashwini Kumar Patra, Honorable Minister, for an inspiring special address and vision related to Odisha's tourism and hospitality industry. On behalf of the Tourism Department, I extend special thanks to him for sparing his valuable time and for captaining the cause of expansion of tourism industry. On behalf of the Tourism Department, I also sincerely thank Sri Lenin Mahanti, Honorable Chairman OTDC, for sparing his valuable time and putting deep insight for furtherance of development of tourism and hospitality sector in Odisha. I express my deep gratitude to Sri Surendra Kumar, esteemed Principal Secretary of the Department, for his valuable insights and inspirations and for sparing his valuable time. I also sincerely thank Sri Sachin Ramchandra Yadav, respected Director, Tourism, for meticulous planning of the mega event for propelling the tourism and hospitality potential of Odisha. Role of FICCI in organizing the Odisha Travel Bazaar is very vital. I sincerely thank Sri J.K. Mahanti, Co-Chairman FICCI, and Sri Manab Majumdar, Deputy Secretary General of FICCI, for their valuable industry-specific inputs and organization of the event. This forum is meant for the formal interaction between the main stakeholders of tourism sector, namely the tour operators and the hospitality providers. Without their participation, the forum has no meaning. Hence, I thank them profusely for their active participation. I express my gratitude to all the officials of the Tourism Department and the organizing team, the media, both electronic and print, all the participants of the event in whatsoever capacity, for making the event a great success. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, sir. And I would, this brings us to the end of the inaugural session. I would particularly like to thank all our esteemed dignitaries on dais for gracing the inaugural ceremony.